Hello you sexy beasts and welcome back to War Thunder, and indeed welcome back to Battle Royale. The long awaited and very much loved gameplay mode has finally been revived and it's better than ever. We are in the T29 on El Alamein. The T29 comes equipped with a 105mm cannon. This is a tier 4 US premium at battle rating 6.7, and the cannon has a 219mm, if I'm not mistaken, penetration stock APHE shell, which is essentially known as a massive nuke round. But this gameplay isn't going to be too much about the tank, even though it has 300mm of armor on the mantle, which is really quite nice, especially when you are guaranteed to be down-tiered, like an event like this, but mostly about the gameplay itself. Now, what are the changes that Gaijin has made to the Battle Royale mode? I did a video on Battle Royale before, during the first iteration, on where I won a game in the rare Russian heavy tank, the KV-220. This time around they have changed some things, mainly, and thank God, which was one of the things that I really hated about playing Battle Royale on this map, they have changed the way the zones zone in. Essentially, there's a timer. You see on the bottom right corner, you see the map. Those red zones are out of bounds zones. Unlike in normal battles, the out of bounds zone moves. Just like in, for example, you can imagine Play United's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or whatever it's called. Same thing happens here. You can also see a yellow circle. That is new. That is something new this iteration around. And it is a kill zone, essentially. So again, same thing as PUBG, but with the distinction that you can actually call those in yourself. All around the map there are scattered some icons. Some red mechanic icons, essentially. And those do three things. Actually four things. They repair your whole tank, which doesn't always happen when you repair your tank yourself. They replenish your whole crew, they replenish your whole ammunition load, and they give you access to Super RT. What is Super RT, you may ask? Well, in the game files there has been spotted a Russian 203mm artillery piece, which is being used in this game mode. What that does, you'll have to find out at the end of the gameplay. It's going to be really quite silly, and actually why this game is so damn silly. Now, we've been driving around, we've been trying to escape the zones. We pretty much had the worst spawn zone, spawning right on the bottom left corner of the map. Especially since we are in a heavy tank, it is quite lumbersome trying to get anywhere in time, especially when you have to escape the zones in time. Thankfully, as I said before, the zoning has been changed. It is not as severe anymore. It doesn't go quite as far anymore, so you do have a little bit less distance to travel in order to make it into a safe zone. And whilst I was trying to escape from the death zone of death, we spotted the King Tiger and took his engine out. He took a return shot, but failed to penetrate. And then we simply took out his loader, and that was it. We didn't even get a kill. He was finally killed by being out of bounds, but it's fair enough for me. I don't need to kill in this. All I need is to win. Now, this STRV-81 has completely revealed his position by firing his rockets, firing his gun. I simply climbed up the hill. Teleport behind him, kiddo. Nothing personal. And take off his head. You can actually see the symbols on the north, and there's one on the valley, on the bottom of the valley, and one on the top of the sand dunes. Those are the pickup battle items. And they are quite useful, as we're going to find out in a bit. Now, at this moment, I'm pretty sure there's no one behind me, at least not from the south side. Not so sure about that eastern side, since the zone has just come in from there, and you know how people like to camp around. Now, one thing I really like to do on this map, which I also like to do in regular battles, is this hill cresting. Essentially, you abuse the third-person camera, so to speak. You sit behind a hill so that the enemy cannot see you, you scan around with your third-person view and with your binoculars, and when you see someone who isn't looking at you, you crest over the hill, you take aim, and you obliterate them. Sniper style. Guerrilla style, really. And I've been trying to do that, but this position isn't the best. There are taller dunes around, which I can't really climb, and I don't have the gun depression to being able to crest the hills without exposing the whole of my tank as well. Currently, I'm really just trying to make sure that I don't get flanked from behind whilst I wait for the zones to come in. I'm currently in a safe zone. I'm in a pretty good position when it comes to that, so I can simply wait it out here. There's no point in moving at this moment. The thing with Battle Royale is, the more you move, the easier it is for you to get spotted. And when you get spotted first, you usually tend to die. The objective of this game is not to get the most kills, but to survive. This is really the objective. Be the last man standing to receive your reward. We spotted Jumbo over on the crest, but I misjudged and I hit the lower plate, which is stronger. Meanwhile, I get shot at from somewhere. I did not notice where the shot came from. The Jumbo did do a return shot, but failed to penetrate, thanks to the great armor of the T29. We still keep on getting shot. I tried to reverse. I think the shot's coming from there, but no, it's coming from the front. But where is it coming from? Took out my third ring and I believe my gunner or my loader. Another shot takes out my commander. The gunner was replaced by one of the loaders. This tank has two loaders, thankfully, which is great. And now we are down to 4 or 3 crew. And massive damage. Thankfully we are just inside of the safe zone, which means that we can repair in time. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to replenish my crew. But we are kind of in the open. I'm scared of the tank in the front still being able to shoot at me. I'm scared of if there was a tank to the right. And I'm scared of the Jumbo that was up to the north coming round this way. Since he has to come around this way anyway, given that his zoning is about to go down. I spot a Knaven, which by the way is driven by Dita. Some of you guys maybe know him. Dita is another YouTuber, a smaller channel, who focuses mainly on dank compilations. Kind of like Iron Armenian, really. If you guys want to check him out, I'm actually going to leave a link in the description to his channel. Let him know that I sent you. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who watched yesterday's video on Car Mechanic Simulator and went to the video as I told you. Thank you very much. You guys have been awesome. Just filled that comment section with awesome stuff. I really have the best community around here, I have to say. Without trying to be too much of a suck-up. But anyways, well, back to the gameplay. Now at this point I did repair my tank mostly, but I still have some damage and I'm down to crew. As you can see, my transmission is orange and this is a huge problem. I cannot repair the tank any further, but my tank does not have full mobility. And given that it is a heavy tank and the zones are coming in closer, I'm going to need that mobility. Now at this point, this is my first match, right? So I don't know what the battle pickup does yet. So I figure I might as well try it out. What is it going to do? Is it going to repair my tank? Hopefully. I mean, it has a mechanic symbol, so hopefully it's going to repair my tank, which I could really need right now. But it's just outside of the safe zone. As you can see in the bottom left, on the bottom right corner, the zone where that battle pickup is flashing red, which means it will be an out of bounds zone soon. And my tank is not moving fast, this is me giving full throttle. On flat terrain, but due to my transmission being broken, I cannot go past 20 km/h in this way. And I'm desperately trying to look around, see if nothing is coming to spot me. This is a really dangerous situation at this moment. Did you hear that sound? Nope, that was not me adding it in. That came from the game. And what that signals is that I now have access to Super Arty. You cannot see it on the replay, but I drop it on the village that's right in the middle of the safe zone right now. And just in time, because just a second after I dropped the RD, it became unavailable. We are now on the last death zone. On the last death zone, you cannot drop your RD anymore. You hear the RT firing, all good, but it isn't dropping. Why isn't it dropping? Now at this point I had no idea how long this RT would take, right? All I know is looking at the leaderboard, there are 3 tanks left. There's myself in the T29, there's Dita in the Knaven, and there's a King Tiger as well. But I still don't hear the RT drop. And the problem is I'm moving towards there. I'm currently in the flashing zone, meaning that my zone where I'm currently at is going to be death zone very soon. And I'm driving towards my own artillery. Now I want you to pay attention to the bottom left corner, to the battle chat. I can hear some combat. The Tiger has been hit to my left. It seems like Dita has seen him first. They're both going to be engaged. But... oh, look at that! I destroyed Dita! And I destroyed the King Tiger as well! Well, shit. 3 players left in the game. I managed to destroy all 3 of them. Myself included. Gaijin weren't kidding when they named this thing Super RT. They really weren't. It completely destroyed everyone who was left alive on the map. And you can see it now on the hover cam. Dita over there in the middle of the city. The King Tiger just to the left of me. He got destroyed second. Dita got destroyed first and me and myself last. Now here's an interesting thing. I was the last one to survive by a second, right? So I was on the top of the leaderboard. I won this match. But... and this is directly quoted from the news post about Battle Royale. Additional rewards for the top 3 players in the battle will be given. In case all the players are destroyed, only the one who reached the first place gets to be rewarded. I'm sorry, I was a dick without even knowing it. If I hadn't killed myself, both me, both the King Tiger and the Kanavan would have received the rewards. But since I did kill myself as well, only I got the rewards. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Anyways lads, hopefully you have enjoyed this video as much as I did. This was really just silly. Check out Dita Institution down below, let him know I sent you. And yeah, hopefully you have fun playing this yourself. Battle Royale is going to be available until the 4th of August, so you have plenty of time to play the game yourself. All you need is a tank from battle rating 4.7 to 6.7. Of course it's going to be advantage if you have a 6.7 tank, so you are never going to get up tiers. But you can play 4.7 probably with a good gun anyways and just play something like a Hellcat for example. Just try not to get shot at. Remember, surviving is more important than getting killed, so try not to be too reckless. As this has been it for this video. My name is MikeGoesBoom, and as always, thanks for watching.
You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow